Game, baby.
I go hard in the paint. I go hard in the paint.
I'm ducked off where the loudest legal. Right next door to Cali where the work a lot cheaper. Take you back in the trap in the 86 Regal. With a pocket full of stones booming like it was legal.
Man, we switching it up on them, man, baby. This is Man Cave episode 2, season 3, man. We back in here, man. I'm one of your hosts, Suave.
And I'm one of your hosts, SPG, and this is our Man Cave, our real ones.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is the real one. We're going to switch it up for you. So we already going to let you know, man, whatever goes on in this Man Cave,
it's going to stay right here in the Man Cave.
Y'all already know, man. So today we are talking about The Last of Us, man. The TV show, not the video game. But I will say they did a damn good job of making it so close to the video game and what's going on in this TV show. Each episode is about like an hour and 15 minutes long. Great show. We got a guest that we're going to bring on to give their details. I know they may have to go a little bit later, but I want this guy to come in to the stage in the Man Cave. He's always welcome. What's up, brother Ray? What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? Can you guys hear me?
Oh,
we
yeah.
can hear you loud and clear, brother.
Dude, when I was in the back room, man, I was like, man, let me turn this volume up. And I guess I hit a reset. And my phone reset and optimized. And I was like, man, I got to hurry up. I got like a minute to get on, but it's good to be here with you guys.
Oh, yeah, man. So, Ray, we're going to start with you, man. What did you think so far? It's 3 episodes out that everyone can watch right now. I think they dropping an episode once every week. I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, SVG.
Once a week? It's every Sunday at 8 o'clock.
Right. So, if
what do I think? I think the show it is my favorite show right now. I love it.
Okay. What you think?
Amazing writing, amazing acting. I think first show I was like, okay, all right, but the second, third show, you must watch TV. They got me. They got me.
Oh, definitely.
What about comparing it to the video game? I don't know if you played it or not. But what do you think?
I have to say yes. I played the video game. I actually beat the first game. I haven't played the second one, but right now it seems like the show is really based on the first game. So the monsters or the creatures or the infected, I think they did a fabulous job on the infected. And I think the main guy of the story, I think they picked a very a great cast. The first show I wasn't feeling the girl, and then the second show I've grown to like her. And hold on, I'm actually driving, y'all, and I got my phone on a holder. I don't have it in my hand. But okay, now the first show, the girl, I wasn't feeling it, but the second and third, I like the girl. I love the casting that they're doing. Must watch TV.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
HBO is really knocking it out of the park. Before we get too far along, though, I want to thank all of you for jumping into an episode of Man Cave, and you are at the Suave, the Climaxes channel. Go ahead and tickle that bell, ding that dong, so that you know next time he goes live.
Tickle that thing there.
That's right, man. We appreciate you. But I think HBO knocked this show out of the park, all the way from the set design to the special effects. To the actors, like Ray was just mentioning, that was chosen for the roles. Joel, especially Pedro Pascal. Of course, he's the Mandalorian, so he's already suited for the role of being like a parent type guardian figure. But I've really enjoyed what they've done with the show. The first episode, as Ray was alluding to, you don't like Ellie, and that's for a reason, because you're not supposed to. She's kind of a for Joel,
rebel.
Anyway. Yeah,
like a rebel, bro.
she's a rebel, and she's also a hindrance to him. You're going to see that as it goes on, their chemistry isn't always good, meaning it's going to cause some people to get hurt. I think we're going to see that. I love the writing, like Ray said. And when I mentioned the special effects, like in the second episode or the third, you see actually the city skyline, and it looks like a real devastated area. And they have those good special effects, but yet they also have the close personal drama of a few characters just talking. I don't know. I really love what they did. The clickers look amazing. I love how they changed the virus, because in the game, the virus is airborne and you can get sick from it all over. Change that a little bit. It has to be transferred through a bite or other means. So I don't know. I'm really enjoying it, man. What do you think so far, Suave?
Man, so the first episode really hit my heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try not to spoil it as much, but the first episode definitely touched my heart. And you know, I have kids, so I'm like, oh man, dude, like being put in that situation. And
can you believe that the people put there in charge that are supposed to help you are the ones that attacked them?
Dude, that right there, I totally believe, you know what I'm saying? But I think my response to that in any kind of situation that's like where you gotta human beings have to look, you're on your own, the government are doing what they can, but we need you to also fight for yourself type situation. I think I would do what old boy did in the last previous episode, and just rely on himself and not rely on the government. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he was still in denial at that point. He was like, this can't be happening. What? You're really gonna, and then when it was too late, you know? But he didn't, that didn't happen again, did it?
Look, let me tell you, we've seen it multiple times in all movies and all TV shows and stuff where, you know, any kind of virus or apocalyptic type thing happen, how people respond. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, everyone out there that's watching this, human beings are like that. They're like that. Welcome to Earth. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Earth.
Especially if somebody has children. If you cut off food and water for 7 to 14 days, you're going to see civilization turn into cavemen.
Dude, if you look, 3 days.
It could be. Yeah, it could be 3 days. It could. A little one needs a lot more water and a lot sooner. Yeah, no, for real.
So it's crazy that in every situation like that, human beings never can. We can eliminate that whole situation just by working together. You know what I'm saying? It'll be done. Just eliminate it. You could bring weather, you could bring zombies, you could bring vampires that's coming out at night, you could bring whatever. All of that stuff will be taken care of in a matter of like 2 or 3 days if we stuck together. It'll be done, you know. But
now, hey, you know, I want to bring up the elephant in the room, man. We talked about the first 2 episodes. Ray, what was your thoughts on the 3rd episode, bro?
Like I told, and Suave's like, what you did? I cried, bro. I ain't even gonna sit here in front. My wife like, are you all right? And I was like, yeah, dude. I mean, it's a love story. 2 guys, like, you know, they meet, and at first I thought the guy, you know, he fell in a trap. And I was like, dude, he's gonna trick you. He's gonna do something, man. I didn't trust him. You know, I thought some people were gonna come out and do something, but you know, it happens to be that they had a love for music. And when the guy started playing some Linda Ronstadt and started singing the song, and then is spoilers, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. When the 2 guys kissed, I said, God dang it. I knew they were going there. But you just watched how they over the years, how they grew together and they fell in love and they became a couple, and they're arguing and fighting like a couple. They defended one another. They protected one another. It was just, and then it's just sad because how it just ended and how it ended. And but I thought probably, and I've seen so many episodes on so many different subscriptions, but this particular episode was something special, man. Like really good storytelling and writing. Go ahead.
Man.
It touched my heart, man.
It touched my heart. Caliber.
Go ahead. What'd you say, SPG?
Okay, I was gonna say, Sierra said something. She said that she cried too, Ray. She sat and cried. She said, and she also said that she called it, and she did. When that guy was in the pit, Ray, and you're like, oh, he's got guys in the bushes. They're gonna come kill him. He's tricking you. Yeah. I was the same way, bro. And Sierra right then was like, oh no, they're gonna be lovers. I was like, what? No, he's tricking him.
I thought he was tricking him.
Yeah, man. And then sure enough, she was right, man. She was right on the money. Go ahead, Swap.
This how I felt about it. All right, so the pit thing, I was like, yeah, he's up to something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wanted some food, yada yada. Okay. When he got in, and then the way that the other guy was kind of acting when he brought him the clothes and stuff, I was like, huh. And I was like, maybe not. You know what I'm saying?
I took all that as him just, I took all that as him just not being around a person in so long.
Really? No, see, I kind of like noticed it. And then I was like, okay. And then they sat down and, you know, the way he was looking at him when, you know, he brought him the food and then the other guy complimented him. I said, okay, I see where this is going halfway. But I still felt like he was gonna portray him when they was playing on the piano, and he was just standing there beside him, like behind him. I was like, this dude about to stab the mess out of that guy. Yeah. But then after he got done, and he gave him the compliment, and he said, "Was it a girl?" And he said, "No." I said, "Oh, I know where it's going now."
Yeah. Well, okay. So, Nick Offerman is Bill. He played Bill, and he should be up for an Emmy. I think Marie Bartlett, who played Frank, did an amazing job as well.
Right.
But Nick Offerman is a comedian. He doesn't get to do dramatic roles, and he knocked this out of the park.
I'm trying to see what else was he in?
Parks and Rec or something like that, or The Office.
I'm gonna tell you who I thought he was.
What was it, Ray? Do you remember?
I you know what? I don't know, but I thought, you know, who else played this part really good? Ryzak falling in the hole and Jeff pulling him out. I thought those two could have did that part perfect too. I just wanted to throw that out there. Go ahead.
But look, let me tell you who I thought he was though in real life. And y'all guys gonna joke about this, but I'm so serious. That's who I thought he was. Have y'all ever heard the commercial? Arby's commercial. We got the meats. The guy that does the voice. Yeah. I thought it was him. I was like, man, his voice sounds similar to that guy.
He does voices for Bob's Burgers. He was in the Lego Movie too. He was in a whole bunch of stuff. Curb Your Enthusiasm, Will and Grace, all kinds of stuff, man. But anyway, he's a comedian, but he should be up for an Emmy for his work in this show, because it could have been straight up cringe. And I had that thought at first, but they did it very, very, very tactful, man. It was very beautiful. The story.
I mean, did you notice the window when you see them driving away, and then of course you know what's in the bed?
Yes,
you know,
they never showed it.
They never showed it.
Yep. So what Ray's talking about is the two characters, spoiler alert, they end up poisoning themselves. One of them is very ill and is going to pass, and they both die together. They take enough poison to kill each other. But they go in this room, and he says in the note that don't come in the room and disturb us. We're in our final place. We left the window open so we wouldn't stink the house up. Basically, we wouldn't disturb the house.
Don't forget, he mentioned Tess. Yes. He mentioned about Tess, and he's lost. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Tess is dead.
Yeah.
You know, protect Tess. You know, there's enough guns and ammo. There's the truck. Here's the keys to the truck. But not only did he lose his daughter, but he loses Tess.
Yes.
And the pain, he's like, damn,
he
only
hasn't processed Tessa's loss yet. So
No.
he could barely read it on the letter itself. That's when he
Right.
stops reading. When he gets to
Right.
her name, he stops reading.
Yep.
Because he hasn't processed it yet. But when they're driving away at the end of the episode, and then I'm going to mention one more thing, and I'm going to give it back to both of you. But as they're driving away, it shows a close-up of the window open from inside the room, but it doesn't show the bed that they'd be laying on in their decaying corpse. I thought that was beautifully done as well. And I want to give 1,000% credit to the writers of this show. We're
Yes.
3 episodes in. We're only getting 9, I think. Okay. But the writing is top notch. When they kill somebody or maim them and they leave a weapon, they don't leave weapons or anything in their pockets because it's the apocalypse. They use everything. So if they have a weapon, they're picking it up. If they have ammo, they're picking it up. Stuff like that I really like. But they took this Frank and Bill character, and they're 2 characters that are dead by the time our characters get to their house. We don't need to know much about them, except they're dead and what's in the house, kind of. But
Right.
they let those 2 characters breathe, and they let all the audience, me and you, fall in love with their love story and journey. And it was unnecessary for the overall story. All you needed to know was the house was full of guns, really. But they let that breathe and they let it be its own beautiful thing. And I applaud them for that. Go ahead.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this though. The whole writing, like you said, the writing and the directing of this whole TV series. When you mentioned that it's 9 episodes, I got excited, man. I'm like, shoot, 3. We had 3 episodes, and I'm like, man, on the edge of my seat, like, oh my goodness.
What did you think about the strawberry scene when they were growing, when he surprised them? He traded a gun for some seeds and he planted strawberries, and they're in the backyard and they're taking bites of the strawberries, and they're laughing like little schoolgirls in the backyard.
Just think of your palate.
Like, I wanted to get some of those strawberries.
So
what do you mean what I was thinking?
One thing you learn about Bill is that he's a connoisseur. So
Right.
not only does he look like this, like gruff, like mountain man, but he's very much feminine and has a feminine side. Like he's very into
cooking, wine.
Yeah.
Like
All
he had good
Yeah.
wine, man. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're a wine drinker out there, I'm telling you,
Yeah, he did.
he had
Yeah.
really good wine. And
Yeah.
then the
Dude,
way that
let's
he
not talk about
prepared
the
his
traps.
meals.
Dude, he
Let's
was a
talk about
fucking
his survival
prepper. Yeah,
skills,
let's
man.
talk about the prepper now.
When I was like, he's loading up this boat, and I'm thinking, is he going on a fishing trip?
That's what
But
I
no.
That's what I was thinking.
He grabbed supplies
Yep.
and he made a fortress out of the neighborhood. I said, damn.
Yeah.
The gate had, you had to buzz in through a code, and later on, when he was told that guys would come at night, he fucking blow torches and all kinds of, oh my God.
He
He
upgraded.
upgraded it. Just
I'm gonna tell you
smart.
this though. I'm gonna tell you
Dude,
this.
I love that shit though,
One.
bro. When Frank wakes up in the middle of the night and he hears explosions, he's like, "Oh, where's my husband?" No,
Yeah.
Papa Bear's out front taking care of business. You let that
Yeah.
man take care of business.
Yeah.
You leave him
Yeah,
alone.
but he got him shot though.
Yeah.
He did
He
get shot.
did. He
What do you
did.
think, Ray? Frank got him shot, huh? If he would have stayed out
I agree.
inside, he would have been fine, huh?
Bill
And
had it. Bill had it under. He had the torches and he was shooting them. And then he came and he's like, "No, come in." And he pow, he got shot. But
Yep.
thank God he had somebody there to take care of the wound.
Yeah.
Boy,
Put him out on the dinner table, take care of his wound and stuff like that. But
I was not expecting the. All right, so even though Bill was very skilled and everything, he wasn't as in shape
No.
as
No.
his mate. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But
no.
so when that next scene came, like, and it was like 10 years later, I'm like, man, these guys are already old. So
Well,
10
actually,
years later,
Bill was actually older.
Yes, Bill
Yeah,
was actually
yeah.
older, and the other one was more in shape. And look who got struck down with an illness they couldn't
right?
control.
Yeah.
So what do you think though? what kind of illness he had. You think it
Cancer.
was cancer?
It was cancer.
It was
Yeah,
cancer,
cancer.
or
It was
cancer or MS
It
or
was
something
cancer.
like that.
Because
Yeah.
he
said
made a
cancer?
comment. He made a comment on the show.
He
This
said that they
was
did not
before
have
everybody
the
got
cure,
infected.
but it was in
Ah,
the real
okay.
life, like
Yeah.
way before this whole
Now,
virus thing.
I
So the
wanna-
only thing that we don't have a cure for that I could think of is MS, cancer,
Right.
and AIDS.
No, dude, that was
HIV,
straight up.
you know what
That
I'm
was
saying?
straight up. That was straight up cancer because she could look just. I mean, in the wheelchair. I mean, it could have been. Who knows? But I'm going on a limb. I'm gonna say it was cancer. Could have been the other one. You never
What
know.
do you think? What do you guys think? My last question for you guys. What do you think about Joel's theory on how it spread? Because he gives her
that's
a
a
pretty
very
decent.
interesting theory, man.
Yeah.
'Cause I said, man, honestly, we got
He's-
so much stuff that they put in our food now.
Yes, yeah,
that's
absolutely.
possible. That's possible.
So
Well-
like what I'm saying is that these spores ended up in some of our food, like our pancake batter, our baby
Mhm.
formula.
Well,
our-
if you
stuff.
look at the very, 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 very beginning of the show, they actually show another country,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and so and the doctor's like, we're pretty much F. There's no cure.
Mhm.
Right.
It's
But
Oh,
like-
that's episode 2.
what Joel's thing was is how it spread across the globe so quickly is that it must have entered into our food source and then
Yeah.
people
Yes.
ate it and then within
Powder
40
milk
Yeah.
could have been in your food,
Yeah.
bread and all that.
I really like that. And one more thing, Suave brought this up, but I noticed it and talked to Sierra about it as well.
Go ahead.
The writing is so damn good in this show, man.
Yes.
In the beginning
Yes.
of the third episode,
Yes.
Joel looks at Ellie and says, "We need to take a detour." And she goes,
Yeah.
"Why?" He goes, "I don't want you to see what's up ahead." And being a
Right.
kid, she's interested. She's like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
I want to go see it. Come on."
Yeah.
Oh
And she is a
God.
rebel.
So
She is a
So they
rebel.
get to what she's not
Yeah.
supposed to see. And it's a
Yeah.
giant pit in the ground where a whole bunch of bodies and clothes are from the bodies that have already decomposed. Because you're talking 20 years have gone by since the outbreak. That's a
Right.
long period of time, enough
Right.
for the world to start taking back cities. But anyway, so you look in the so it pans from Ellie and it shows her face distraught, and it goes over to the pit and it shows all the clothes and stuff, and it focuses in on a baby blanket. And then it says 10, 50 or 20 years earlier, and it
Right.
cuts to the same baby blanket, and they're all
Right.
getting herded onto a military
Yeah.
truck and drive away. And that's Bill's town. If Bill would have done what the military wanted him to do, Bill would have been in that hole.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
He was hiding
I
down
think-
in the bunker, dude, watching
Yeah.
the cameras.
I think that
But the writers, the reason I think it's so interesting is because they showed us the blanket, so we know that that's where that person and that baby was going to end up. But it didn't have to show us that. It was a redirect to Bill. It was
And
just
you
clever.
know
It was
why?
so
You know
clever.
why
Oh,
they
yeah.
killed? You know why
Oh,
the
yeah.
soldiers had to kill the people, though, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
they didn't
man.
know
If
at
they
that
weren't-
point. They didn't know who was infected or not. You could be carrying it and not show symptoms yet. That's why in the future they scan everybody. I think.
Mhm.
I think that's why and they said they didn't have enough room, right?
Right.
They have enough room, dude.
resource. Yeah.
That's
If
what.
they don't have
If
enough
they didn't
room,
have
then-
room, if they didn't have bedding and lodging, well, guess what?
Wow. But now there is a few differences from the game to the show, but it's mainly though. Now some characters like Bill is alive in the game, and Frank has passed by
Right.
the time you meet him in the game.
Yes.
That's a big difference. But as the virus and stuff goes, the main difference is it's not airborne with a bunch of spores all the time where you got to wear a mask and stuff. Not yet, anyway. They may change that, especially if we run into a bloater, one that explodes. Like we haven't seen that yet, I don't think. So
I'm
No,
gonna say
I-
one more thing. I'm gonna say one more thing, and I think we need to end it. But I want everybody to keep in mind that Ellie, she's born into this world after the aftermath.
Yeah.
And
Right. Yes.
no technology. So
Yep.
she's never seen an operating car. She's never
Truck.
seen
she
Uh,
saw
airplane.
Mortal Kombat 2 and said, "Oh, I've heard
Yeah.
about this." She never
Yeah.
played it herself. My friend
Yeah.
told me she knew all the moves. Like, yeah.
Right. So this is like, imagine a kid raising a kid in that environment. You're like, man, yeah, what's that? Oh, that's an airplane, but what does it do? Like,
Yeah.
what is it? You know what I'm saying?
To fly,
You know,
Right.
they don't even know. Like, even though it has the word air in it, it could be anything in their imagination. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna definitely have to dig back into this maybe later on when as the
Episode
season.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh,
So y'all take care out there. You got any last words, SPG? Tell them where you from, man. What we're doing next week.
Oh man.
Where they can find you.
Yeah, I don't have a topic yet for next week's Man Cave coming up on Tuesday, by the way, on SPG channel, Simply Pwned Gaming. But Friday, tomorrow, man, we're going to be doing some Among Us, and you can play on a phone, a tablet, a computer, on a console. You can play. So if you'd like to jump in and try to airlock one of us, man, you're more than welcome to join me tomorrow at 12 p.m. CST over at Simply Pwned Gaming. Ray, thank you for being a guest today, man. Why don't you give yourself,
man.
You guys are great hosts. You guys are great hosts. Thanks for not telling me to shut up and let me tell my
I would
friends.
never.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, give yourself a shout out, man. What are you gonna be up
tell
to?
them where they can find you, man.
Ray3473. I'm the Game Cyborg. I'm on Twitter. I stream on Twitch and I stream on YouTube. You also catch me on Rock, Retro Rewind, Vet doing Sports Talk 101. But anything, man, you'll see me in the community. Love this show. Love you guys. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thank
No
you,
problem.
Ray. You're the
Until
man.
next time, man. Love everybody out there. Thank y'all for supporting us, man. Y'all take care. Check out The Last of Us, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Hit that cool music, man. I want to hear that cool music.
Hit that bell a little bit.
Right.
Hit that music. Hit the music. Yeah.
I go hard in them paint. I go hard in them paint.
I'm ducked off where the loudest leader. Right next door to Cali where the work a lot cheaper. Take you back in the trap in the 86 Regal. With a pocket full of stones booming like it was legal.